Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another large small block mining ship. This one is called the Hastur Hydrogen Miner, which is this lovely thing that's currently parked right next to me. So this features 8 drills, all carefully spaced apart to let you drill straight through an asteroid if that's what you want to do. It's got some fantastic use of the neon tubes in that lovely yellow colouring, and that goes all the way around the outside of this thing. We've got a sorter system with multiple ejectors. It even comes with a script, a PAM script, that actually set up an automated path, an automated mining path, so we can do everything automatically, return back to base, unload everything, which is always a handy thing to have if you're into that type of thing. So press the F10 and find the Sims 4 menu. The Hydrogen Miner is 1,440 small blocks, using one hell of a lot of the DLC packs. We've got a nice lot of information about it, such as why it was built. Now it is built for survival mode. We've got specifications right there, a few other bits and pieces right at the very bottom. So simply give us a thumbs up, move around towards the very front, we'll have a quick look around the outside, then we'll go and fly it around for a bit, test it out, then we'll see how much we can collect up with this, and how it flies after it's all full up. So move my character out of the way, and we're going to bring the sunlight back around because it is slowly fading off into the distance, and that'll do quite nicely like that. This is what we get at the very front of the Hastur Hydrogen Miner. So right in the very middle, we can see our industrial cockpit that drives this thing around with 2 transparent LCD screens that's currently displaying our scripts, where one of them is going to be for your PAM scripts, and the other one's going to be telling you the controls for the PAM script. So there we go, we've got number 1, number 2, number 3 on your keyboard to move it up, apply, and down. Then on the left hand side, we see exactly what we're doing and all the different menus we can choose. Put away from this background like so, we see all 8 of our drills, with 4 hydrogen thrusters sitting right behind it, and hydrogen thrusters are the only form of thrusters that appear on this ship, so it should be good for both space and on a planet. But I have not tested this on a planet once it's all full up, only on the moon, so I'll try that out a bit later on. If we get a bit closer, all the way up to here, past these slides, we then see a remote control lock and antenna. And back down to here and round onto the side. Here we go. We can then see some lovely white beam blocks go along all the side of this section. So behind this, we can see our cargo containers, our medium cargo containers, O2H2 generators, small hydrogen thrusters. Around towards the very back there, more conveyors that eventually link round towards our ejectors at the very back of the ship. But once again, more neon tubes in the yellow colouring. And all the way down to here, some more hydrogen thrusters. Then all the way underneath here, there's your ejectors. We've got 5 on both sides. Get rid of all the stone or any other unwanted resources that you collect up on your journey. Put away from this, move around towards the very back. This is what's going to push us around. So we've got 2 large hydrogen thrusters, a bunch of small ones for your up, down, and then left and right. At the very back of the thing, here's your connector to dock it up, unload everything you collected up, and of course to recharge up your hydrogen tanks. Moving all the way up and looking down this thing, speaking of hydrogen tanks, there they are, we've got 2 of them on here. And there's of course another medium cargo container, you saw a few bits and bobs inside, with a small beacon right above it. Going along the middle, some more fantastic use for our beams, just covering up all those hydrogen tanks. Right in the very middle, more great use for our neon tubes, once again in the yellow colouring. We then see some more medium cargo containers with a conveyor converter beside them. Here's some more hydrogen thrusters, more medium cargo containers, a access panel where I was to grab hold my character, fly all the way up to this. Behind here is like a small little engineering section for you to play around with your programmable blocks and your ore detector if it ever took damage for whatever reason. We see a couple of small batteries as well as an O2H2 generator. We put that to bring up the HUD, come into this, we then see our PAM, then over to here and just come a bit closer, entering into this. This script is a excavation script, which will allow an LCD screen to tell you how full up you are as you gather up all the resources with a drill. Just go and close this up. There we go, character can now bugger off once again, back into the free camera, going towards the front, there's the top of our drills, and how the neon tubes just link everything together, much like the conveyors right below it. They're coming all the way down underneath this thing, here we go. Got some more fantastic use for our neon tubes, one hell of a lot more hydrogen thrusters keep you off the ground, some more fantastic use of our white beam blocks just going all the way around this thing, then a couple magnetic plates to clamp this thing down with, and then of course the bottom of all of our internals, which are our medium cargo containers, HU generators, and all of that. Towards the back there. There we go. And there we are. That's a brief look around the outside of the Hastur Hydrogen Miner. Hopefully I am saying that correctly. Looks bloody fantastic with how it's all been set up. It should prove very useful in survival mode. If you manage to build this up in survival mode, that is. It should do very well for deep core mining, which is going straight through a moon surface. So grab me hold my character, coming around towards the cockpit, just dropping all the way down here. There we go. Actually walking up to this, hopping inside, first person view, looking around here. There we are on the side, so we can see our drills, hydrogen thrusters. Looking up there, we then see our excavation script. We see our gravity, cruise, stop, jettison, our ores in the general area, our lift thrust, and then our cargo space will slowly fill up as we drill everything up. Of course, the LCD screen's in the middle we've already talked about. Just going undo the parking brakes, lift this off the ground, here we go, then go for the controls. So number 1 and number 3 is going to be lift up and down that LCD screen on the side there to select one of these options, depending on what you want to do. I'm not going to go through this, so I'm simply going to come down to info, press number 2, and now on the info screen, which we can barely read. So just move over to number 5, which is going for your drills, left mouse to collect everything up, right mouse to make a very big hole. Number 6 is going for your camera that sits right above your cockpit, where you just about make out the LCD screen for a PAM script sitting right below it. Coming out that back in the third person view. Number 7 is for your batteries to auto or recharge. And as you can see there, you go down to 0 seconds. So we do not have any kind of reactors on this, we are purely on battery power. And due to the fact we're on the moon, we're going to very gently come down to the ground. There we go. Putting the power back on, lifting all the way up once again. Number 8 is then for your hydrogen tanks to stop power on and off. And then number 9 is for your lights all around the chip, turn them on and off, just in case you want a bit of secrecy as you're mining through an asteroid. Just going to put them back on for the moment. Over to tab number 2, then got hydrogen thrusters all around the chip, turn them on and off. Number 2 is then for your O2 HU generator to turn them on and off if you need to. And because we are on battery power, keeping this off unless you absolutely need it is going to be paramount, keeping this thing operational for a long time. If I was to switch this on, you can then see my battery power just drop down quite considerably, but then turning it off, and then get a nice long time. Number 3, number 4 is for your antenna and water detector. Number 5 is for a beacon. Number 6 is then for your projector block to project the entire ship to repair it up if it ever took damage. And then number 7 is for your sorter, turn it on and off whether you want to eject out the stuff you collected. As for that, that's pretty much it for the controls, so a very quick test fly while it's currently empty. We'll go mine out the moon's surface, see how it handles after that, then take it down to a planet and see how it handles when it's all full up. So making sure that collector is turned off, yes it is, and then moving forwards, here we go, that's what we get. So we've got some respectable speed for a mining ship, but bearing in mind we are empty, so this could get considerably slower once it's all full up. Come to a stop, there we are nice and fast slowing down, feels a lot faster than moving forwards, which is always nice to have for a mining ship or a cargo ship, so the last thing you want to do is go at full pelt into your station and blow everything up. Moving left, moving right, again some very nice speed with that. Moving down, could be helped by gravity a little bit, and moving up we've got one hell of a lot of speed, which is to be expected from something that can go on a planet. As for gyroscope controls, here we go, moving this thing around, we've got a little bit of meat on here, it's not too floaty, so it does drag around a small bit. No, this is absolutely perfect for this size of ship. So now what we're going to do is just fly around a little bit, find a little outcropping, then start to mine it all up. In fact, I've taken a fancy to this section right here, so we're going to go all the way up to it. Here we go. We see on the top left of our screen our stopping distance and stopping time, which is always nice to have when planning ahead. Just come all the way up to it. Here we go, just down a little bit. I'll just tilt it down like so. We just come down into this section and start to drill it all up. Into the camera, back into third person view, here we go. Now straight down. And then once we made the hole, go down ever so slightly. First person view, this is what it looks like. It's incredibly noisy in here. Even though I've had to turn down the sound quite a lot for this game, it's still borderline ear-deafening to have this many drills on the ship. But as you can see here, we are slowly moving away all the stone, so we can't just keep going down and down and down. There's no risk of any kind of stone jutting out and preventing you from moving further. This is all perfectly fine, like I said. Go straight through an asteroid, straight through a moon, if that's what you want to do. So for the moment, what I'm going to do is just let this keep on going. Then once we're all completely full up, then reverse this thing out. And well, that'll be that. In fact, looking at the screen on the top right hand side, we are completely full up on our cargo containers, so I can just skip out the skip and reverse this thing up. So that is quite a considerable difference when moving this thing backwards compared to moving it forwards just a second ago. Now doing a proper thruster test, moving forwards, we are now a hell of a lot slower than what we were. But now what we've got to do is bring this down to the planet. We're going to choose the Earth-like planet and see how it handles on that. I don't know how I randomly missed out where the planet was located, being it is a bloody big target to miss. So all the way over to here, and I think we'll just drop down right in this little section right here. So here we go, pasting him in. Now flying this thing around, stabilizing him just a little bit. There we are, nice and balanced. Letting go of all the controls. And we are perfectly fine at flying on a planet. What about if I was to hold down C? All the way down, letting go in that. Yes, we do have enough thrusters on this to actually slow us down. But as you can see here, we will take quite some time to come back down to 0 meters per second. So if you are close to the ground and start to move down for whatever reason, you will slam into the ground due to the stopping time. As for that, that's pretty much it for the Hastur Hydrogen Miner. It's a bloody good mining ship to use in your world. If you do want to have something pre-built to use in survival mode, that should last you a nice long time. So the final thing to do is, of course, slam it into the ground to see how it crumples. Now, I have a feeling this is simply going to bounce away and do barely any damage, but I am hoping for a nice big crash. So here we are. And there we go, that's what I was expecting. We just sort of deflected off the ground, destroyed a couple of drills under there. We only destroyed 3 drills, but as for the rest of the ship, it's all in one piece. So there we go, we can do a light crash into the ground, which is always nice to see. But anyway, like I said, that's it for this video. There'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and prepare it yourself. I highly recommend you do. I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.